First of all, a visualization. This is a slice of 50,000 people out of our database of roughly 20 million. And on one hand, we use Twitter, Facebook, and the blogosphere to build up a social network from all public sources. And second, we construct a database of television content. And what's key here is the nodes that you're seeing here represent both television shows and television ads. And all of the links are capturing the various kinds of programming and content relationships between shows and ads, including what ad ran on what show, what are all of the series, in a single series, where are all of the episodes, and so forth. So we have these two graphs, a content graph of television, content graph from the social web, and then there is a critical third link, which is being inferred, very similar actually to how Social Guide described their process of generating predictions of how people will talk about shows, and also doing this for ads. I think the sort of, there we go. So there's our connective tissue. I suppose when we think about comprehensive data sets for TV, one thing I would add, we have a name for this, by the way, it's the TV genome, 20 million people, that in addition to tracking about 200,000 shows per month, that's our run rate now, we're also accumulating about 2 million ads. And so when we look at television and think about comprehensive data, we care equally about the advertising side, and that's sort of something I'll come back to in a minute. And about 40 million links that are stitching together these two data layers. So that's the TV genome, in our opinion, sort of the sort of relevant data set that really brings together audience with television broadcast. So let's take a quick tour through this data. I'll give you a sense of some ways to slice the genome. The first is a pretty simple view. If we take time along the horizon, so 3 days, and take a few of our networks that we're processing, we get a view of the data, which is a bar graph, and every bar is a show. The height is the number of remarks that were driven by a particular telecast. So we are also ingesting Tribune to do the show level alignment. And we're doing this across 215 networks. So what you're seeing here is, in contrast to Nielsen, that will measure how many people are watching a show, we're measuring how many people are talking about each show. And then things get interesting when you pick any particular show and you drill in. So beyond merely the quantity of comments, we can go and look at the raw data in terms of verbatims and the keywords that occur most. This happens to be a couple 100,000 comments that we picked up in real time in